Yes, yes, yeah. You are tuned in to Offering Something. I am your host, Michael Benrier. Always feeling so good to be alive. You know I love you, love you, love you for tuning into the show. That is the truth, my beautiful friends. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. That's so good of you. Thank you for doing that. If you're the streaming TV type, you know we out there everywhere on that Plymouth Rock TV channel, on Amazon Fire, Apple TV, all the things. That's right. Big love and thanks to our sponsors at Enjoy Your Life brand and the Organic Natural Shop. Oh, yeah, it's a good day, and we have a cinematic episode in store for you with a guest who is a seasoned videographer, a scene setter, an Emmy nominee, an innovator of creative content, a documentary filmmaker, an entrepreneur, a maker of meaningful connections, and a loving husband and daddy-o. It is with great pleasure and shuddering speed, that's clever, that I introduce to y'all Tim O'Donnell of Pixela Films and Pixela Pictura. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Michael. Thank you so much. I love your energy.
Thank
and I feel
you.
like I'm always trying to, I feel like I kind of react. I react to energy,
Yeah.
right? Like, I mirror that.
Let's
so, like,
do it.
I know
Let's just do
you just gave
this.
me energy. Like, you just, thank you. Let me know how much I owe you for that energy.
Oh, nothing but love. Nothing but love.
Thanks for having me.
So, first, you got a lot going on. It's beautiful. I love to see it. From highly acclaimed documentaries to works appearing on ESPN, NBC, PBS, Outside TV, CNN Films, and on and on. It's wonderful. And so it's two things we want to do today, right? We want to get to know you as a human.
For sure.
Whoever
For
the
sure.
human is, that's
Yeah.
Tim O'Donnell, the real guy.
Right.
And all this other stuff you have going on with Pixela Films and Pixela Pictura. All right?
For sure.
First
Yeah.
question is, are you comfortable?
I am very comfortable. You know, I've been waiting to feel this comfortable.
You
know
feel
what I
safe?
mean? Like, yeah. Like,
Everything all right? Is it too much heat on you?
perfect.
It's perfect.
Perfect.
What a situation here. Wow. So what came first? I'd like to know. The video camera or the love for films?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Like, even that word film, right?
Yeah.
It's there's so much connotations. Like,
Okay.
if you're growing up and you're like watching movies, it's very daunting. You know, you see, you know, all these actors. You know, you wait for the credits.
Yeah.
There's like hundreds of names. It's an interesting thing, you know, to now, you know, fast forward in my life now to when I was growing up that I'm making quote unquote films. Because I don't feel like that. Yeah,
I need to make the question a little more direct.
totally.
Did you love movies and films
Yeah,
before you had an actual video camera, or did you
Right.
start videoing things and then fall in love with movies?
totally. Like, I've always loved movies. The Never-Ending Story. You know, maybe totally. Yeah.
Flying around on that big thing.
The
Yeah.
Never-Ending Story.
There it is. What a falsetto on you,
yeah,
Tim.
you know.
Yeah.
But it was really like all about like a family kind of connection. You know, it was a family
Yeah.
camera, and I think early on, you know, the camera.
Wait, so the first camera you had
Yeah.
was like a family camera.
Totally.
It's around the house.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, playing around, doing like silly, goofy videos with your friends. But you know, it really goes back to my dad. My dad was, you know, filming my older brother. You know, we were
Doing what?
We're
With your
we're
older
a wrestling
brother?
family, right?
Okay,
We go
it's
to
a
you know
wrestling thing.
the high school.
You never know.
Yeah, totally. You know, you go to the high school tournaments. My brother's 8 years older than me, so I'm a bit younger. You know, there's four of us. We're all
Yeah, about
really-
8 years younger.
Yeah, yeah. There's a tight knit family.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like, all right, I'm kind of sick of holding the camera. I want to watch the match. So Tim, you're old enough to
Let's do this, buddy.
learn how to, you know, press record and, you know, zoom in, zoom out, make sure it's going. So that was it. I was in the stands, you know,
Yeah.
like age 8. And
Very soon thereafter, your brother was like, Tim's way better than your dad.
Maybe. Maybe.
Where was this all taking place? What's the birthplace of Tim O.D.?
Timmy O.D. Yeah,
that
so
doesn't seem good.
I grew up in Lowell, Mass.
Odon.
Yeah.
Odon. That's cool. Let's go with that.
Yeah, I mean,
from Lowell, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Jack Kerouac place.
Totally. Yeah. Beatnik in the blood, man. But yeah, no. Lowell's a funny place. Like anywhere you go in the world, you meet somebody from Lowell, they're gonna know. You're gonna know all the same people. You know, it's like one of those places. So it was a great place to grow up, and then yeah, man. I think going to all the wrestling tournaments, you know, getting a camera, playing around. We end up moving to Hudson, New Hampshire when I'm about 10. And then I really started to get into, you know, camera work.
What do you love about it? What was the thing you loved about it? Like you'd wake up and you'd be like, I gotta get the camera. Like why? Yeah. Why? What is it?
Right. I think like it's still the same thing. It's figuring out how to have a camera, record something in real life that's just unfolding. So that was always like the fun, interesting thing about it. It's like a dance, you know. It's like how do I interact with somebody? Have the camera, make sure they feel comfortable. The same thing that you're doing. Like, you want to tell a story right now. You want to have this conversation, right?
I want to reveal everything about you, the ins, the outs, all of it.
Let's
and
strip
I
it
want
down,
you to be
baby.
so comfortable while it happens.
Yeah. So it's like, how do you
Howard
balance?
Stern would do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Like tell me a little too much. Maybe.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get convicted. You know. But yeah, like how do you?
Maybe not so far.
How do you like? How do you keep that balance of like? You know, there's real things happening. We don't know what's going to happen. We can kind of anticipate a few things, and those surprises and those reactions, and you know, that's kind of to me. It always goes back to that.
I love it. So at some point in the timeline of the life of Odon, you go, that's it. I'm gonna be a filmmaker. I know we're skipping some steps here, but when did that happen? What age were you when you're like, this is what is going down?
Yeah, so there's two things happening, right? Like there's the internal of just doing something, but not feeling like oh, I'm just kind of doing that on the side, you know? Like I was an art teacher. I was a high school art teacher, wrestling coach.
I want to know when your mind was like, well, that's the only option, and now I take steps to go there. Nothing else is going to procrastinate the situation any further. When did that happen? Yeah,
it was you know, with my art background, you know, I went to graduate school. And this artist who at the time, she was probably like 70 years old, Helen Miranda Wilson, you know, and during critiques, she's like really tough. And like she totally like cursed me out in front of everyone.
With language?
And at that point, golly. Yeah, she's just like,
I'm sorry, mate.
she makes people cry. Like she's a great professor, right? And so she's just crushing my paintings, like, you know, just being tough, and which is great. Like I want it. Like that's why I was there.
Tim, no good. This is no good.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah. It's just a funny thing in art, right? That people walk on eggshells about a lot of things, and you think that's what art is, but the background of like you gotta rip apart something, right, to figure out what's actually there. And so she kept doing that, and finally she's like, "What else the hell? What are you doing?" Because like, I see nothing here. And then finally I opened up my laptop and I was like, oh, here's this weird video I made about my friend Rocco, who's a garbage man, and, you know, crushed his hand in a garbage compactor. And this is like what happened after. And so we watched this like 9-minute, very experimental video. And it was wild because this, you know, I really look up to her.
Yeah.
And like at this moment, all I want her to tell me is that I'm going to be a great painter, right?
Yeah.
And she was quiet, which was funny. She was quiet the whole time. The only time she was quiet with me. And she watched that video, and she looked at me and she said, "You're a filmmaker, and you just don't know it." And that was it. And it wasn't that like I, you know, wanted that or something. It was just
you look like a filmmaker. Did people tell you this?
That was the thing. Yeah. People say a lot. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
So, what was the first ever paid gig that you took on? $50? Yeah, I'll do that for you, bro. What was it?
You know what's funny? When you asked that, I had a different thing in my mind. Like, what was the first film? Like, what I considered a film. Because like the first time I got paid to do something, was like in college. Like, you know, people would ask me to make little videos here and there.
Yep.
And so that was a weird experience, like getting paid to make video, you know? Like I just like
What's the first price? $50?
Oh, totally. It's $52, yeah.
52.
Yeah, no, but I thought you were gonna ask me like the first film. But like the first
We're gonna get to all the films, every film.
Yeah, no, no, don't. But no, that's like such a weird thing, right? Like the shift of like just doing something and then somebody be like, no, I want to actually give you money. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yep.
It's such a weird thing.
You're like 100.
Should I have asked for more?
350.
Right. And about
7.
And maybe like a 30 pack, you know? Like, yeah.
Buy my beers tonight.
Totally.
So, and then we move to today, right? Where you're working with some of the finest out there. And let me just run through some names here just so I can boast for you. And those are places and people like ESPN, CNN Films, Life is Good, Uninterrupted events around everywhere, Sam Adams Beer, NBC, Outside TV. Are these all, is this real what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You've done all this.
That's
okay.
the whole, yeah.
What happened with ESPN? Give me some detail here. What went on there?
Yeah.
Tim O'Don.
It's funny you ask that because we're finishing a film that was 10.5 years in the making.
10.5 years for this film.
Yeah, and it kind of
bookmarks like a lot of years.
Bookmarks my career because I left. Okay. I was a teacher, and I left teaching 11 years ago. And my dad had a traumatic brain injury, so he fell one day, hit his head, and it turned into life-changing event, right? And I happened to leave teaching 2 months before that happened. So it was very, fate in a lot of ways. I was able to be there with him, but I happened to start filming. So long story short, I made a short film about his recovery called No Quit. And that was kind of his motto, right? Family of wrestlers, he didn't wrestle, but he was always kind of there for us. So we flipped the script. Hey, we're here for you. You were always there for us. And so I made this like 15-minute short film and had no intention of like anything else, just like a film for my family, for my dad. Like, look what you did. You were in a coma. You woke up 8 days later and you fought through everything and you found a way to regain everything. Wow, it's pretty incredible. It's remarkable. And I put it on Vimeo, and I didn't think much of it. I just put it on Vimeo because like I wanted my family and friends to see it.
Check it out.
And maybe 2 or 3 months go by, and I get a call from an unknown number. Pick it up, and it's like, "Hi, my name's Dan Arruda from ESPN." And I'm like, "Ha, this is one of my friends." Like,
like
messing with me.
Yeah, buddy.
And so I'm kind of doing that. The first 5 minutes, totally. Yeah, totally. And so, he's like, we really, like, I showed this in the higher up meeting, and everyone cried. Everyone was in tears. It was so motivating, so emotional. And we don't typically do this, but we want to take your film and then shoot some new stuff and make an adaptation. Yeah. Typically they come in, they find a story, and they just do it, like, which I get. They have to do it like high production, So it was neat. It was a neat, like, first thing. That was my first year after leaving my previous career, which I didn't, nobody told me it would be like a good idea. And so, that was they made.
What's up now, players?
No, it was really cool. And then on top of it, that helped my dad, whose life now is very different, and that one film on ESPN turned him into a brain injury advocate, something that he can show that film, go and also be a motivational speaker, talk to people, and so it was really
this is incredible, Tim.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so I
really do.
I kept rolling, and now it's wild because I'm here.
Yeah.
And we finished the film like a couple weeks ago. So
I'm going down this list now. What happened at CNN? What are we doing over there? CNN Films. What is that? I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I don't watch television, so I apologize for a lot of the.
No worries, man.
CNN Films. What do they do for you?
Yeah.
You for them.
So it was another. So, Michael, like, there's filmmakers out there who like find a story, write grants. There's the smart filmmakers and filmmakers that make a lot of money, and they write grants and they wait. Yeah. And they wait for money to come in or a partner or something like that.
And then they make that film.
Totally. Which is like I'm not even.
You're a very passionate human.
I'm not hating on that approach at all, but I don't. That's not me or
Seems
whatever.
sensible, yeah.
So I just kind of like get dirty, like, all right, let's just go do it. Like I left a previous career to like make films. Like, why would I wait? Like, I'm not a grant writer. Like I didn't leave my previous, career to write. Like I hate writing, So anyways, we were following a subject who's the first Muslim American basketball player to wear hijab, so to cover at the college level, the D1 level. And she's a nasty player. She's so good. She beat Rebecca Lobo's scoring title in Massachusetts, the high school level.
Wow.
She's amazing. So we're following Bilquis Abdul Qadir, originally from Springfield, Mass. And 2-ish years into production, and it was funny. A film that we went in, we're like, oh, we'll make a short film. We'll film with her for like a couple weeks, but. Documentaries, when there's a really amazing story and there's a lot there, you get hooked and you get pulled in. So two years goes by and we cut another short.
There we go again.
Same thing, similar to my dad's film. We cut a short mainly because there's this rule. So, she broke all these barriers, and now she's going to go pro. And she can't go pro because there's a rule blocking her from playing, which just seems bizarre to me. They say it's a safety concern, but if you're wearing a hijab, which is like a head scarf that's really tight, like a swim cap. If anything, your hair is, it's like less dangerous or something. So, anyways, you all know why that rule existed, right? Like, so
because people are a little crazy.
Totally. So we put the short out to kind of boost Bilquis's career, or just like get her story out there, because we've been filming with her for 2.5 years. And same thing. So just so happened that Uninterrupted, LeBron James's content company, gave us a call. Another weird friend of a friend. Hey, we want to pick up your film, and then they rolled in CNN Films. So LeBron James was the executive producer of that.
Look at that.
And it was amazing, and it was great. Bilquis continued to advocate, and with a lot of other things. She was working with the Human Rights Watch. She changed the rule, so that rule is done.
Wow, and you were a part of this process.
Yeah, I mean, it's Bilquis's story.
Yeah, I know.
But it was a really wonderful thing to kind of combine.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah,
incredible.
Yeah.
Good golly. So, what are you doing for Life is Good? Making commercials or same thing? It's little docu video type things.
So Life is Good, the apparel company, they're they're very human based, right? They're very all about optimism. Like, honestly, like your work is like in that same venue, right? Like, you are
enjoy your life,
totally.
Player.
Like, you're trying to,
I take action.
We need it. We need it, man. We need, like, the human brain is wired to worry. No, we are. Like, seriously,
it's instilled.
It's totally. So, like, you need reminders.
We spent the day together all day, every day. There'd be no worry involved. It's just it's just a habit. You suck it up from everyone around you. There's nothing wrong, and if there is, you don't got to worry about it, because your chances of overcoming it or putting that problem to rest are far superior, and are going to happen more efficiently and effectively if you have a positive frame of mind. Carry on, sorry.
No, but like, we need it. Like, thank you. Like, we need the reminder. Like,
it's fine. Yeah.
If you have enough time with yourself and you're a little pushed away and whatever, you're having a bad situation, like, it's easy to fall into those things. So anyways, we could probably talk about this for hours, but Life is Good hired me, I was still teaching at the time. So it was like 12 or 13 years ago. For, I don't know, like a fashion thing maybe, and then it's just evolved. So I've been able to work, I've gotten to work with them on all different things, a lot of music stuff, We've gotten to interview people like Hall & Oates and Jack Johnson, all these different characters, and, in some ways it's all about optimism, right? How does this story connect to the mission of Life is Good? So some commercial stuff, some docu-series stuff, some stuff that's more based on apparel, but overall it's just been storytelling, and it's evolving. It's always evolving, and for me, that's cool. It's keeping it fresh, man.
Do you love the business side of the industry?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of do. Like, I like, I'm not an accountant. I'm not somebody that understands all of these different aspects of business.
Right.
I'm sure there's lots of people that, if they're in my shoes, they could probably, focus on revenue and all that, those kind of things. But I do like the balance of, like, getting paid to work on video projects, and then also just going for independent films at the time, like finding a story. I don't know, like it's a nice balance of like a little more quick, short videos, a little more input from client versus you know, multi-year projects where you're really kind of like carving it out fully. So I don't know, it's fun. Great. It's not a job. it's just fun.
So, outside of your hands-on experience in the world of filming, etc., do you actually have education in film? Was there schooling there?
No, not really. So, I was going to be an art teacher. You know, art education,
so you
a painter.
Went to school for when you went to college.
Yeah.
It was art
and wrestling.
The beautiful professor there,
and so you know, I never got to take like traditional like film school or anything like that. Like I had a class in high school, which was great. I really loved that. That production class. But you know, like a semester, and then I went into grad school for painting, and then ended up shifting to film. But I didn't have any classes. It was more of a low residency
I got you.
program. So yeah, it's funny, and a lot of the filmmakers I get to work with have a similar story. You know, there are a lot of people in the profession that you know didn't go the typical route, and you know, it's cool. Like, and it's nice to go to film festivals and meet people with all different backgrounds. You know, people that have been you know doing something for 20 years, and then just you know, in this advent of technology, like, you know, there's lots of opportunities to make people make films, right? So, but yeah.
Is it nice to get gifts?
It is.
Can I give you a gift?
I would, that's amazing.
That'd be okay.
I would love that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I love gifts.
I'm going to give you a gift.
Thank you. I'm gonna send you a thank you card. Dude, hell yeah. Thank you.
He's going to send me a thank you card.
I'm going to send you a thank you card.
Don't do that. Just say thank you. You don't even need to say thank you. The gift wasn't given with the idea of getting thanks. That's it. The gift was given with the idea of, I appreciate the fact you took your physical body, the whole thing. You brought it all from wherever you are to here. It takes effort. I respect it. I appreciate it. No matter what.
Dude, this is great.
Human effort. All these natural products in there from the organic natural shop.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you
what
need
else got? You got yourself a nice enjoy your life cap.
Boom.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Come on. What else is in there? I want to see one more thing in there. Oh, that's good. That's a good disc right there. Free Volt getting it done.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Dude.
What?
I want to get this going right
What's this here?
Earlier you were saying my shirt was a little too bright, right? This?
We dealt with it. Bang! That's your jam right there, right? You look pro, but you're still letting them know.
Yeah, man. I'm still having a good time, you know?
Woo!
Right.
All right, now let's get deeper into the documentary side of things here. So let's do this. Is it safe to say first, if money was not a thing, Tim, that he would just be making documentaries? Like that would be what's going down.
Yeah, you know, everyone wants to say yes, right? And I mean, I guess what's nice for me is that has been the case. So for 10.5 years, and before that, you know, even when I was, you know, teaching, like I would just go out and make stuff. So yeah, it's, you know, it's something that, you know, Michael, like for you, like if you're not making music, if you're not creating these amazing conversations, if you're not, you know, encouraging, getting people, like, is it hard for you to be balanced, to exist without
I like things? Balance. I like that, and then I like going for a walk in the woods, deep in the woods. Yeah, exactly. Like, I need both.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally like. It's I'm off. I'm totally off if I'm not doing the thing, you know. And I'm a nut too, so yeah.
So since the inception of all of this, how many documentaries would you roughly say that you've made?
Yeah, we've made a lot. We've made 15, you know, documentaries.
15.
Yeah. And you know, about half of those are features. So
okay.
Yeah.
So what of those 15 or the features, whatever, which would you say, give me 2 or 3 that were the stand-out-ish? These are the ones. These actual, like, people, not to you personally, but like, okay, the actual world, the people took to these.
Yeah, I mean, like...
Can you say that?
Yeah, I think, thinking about Not a War Story, I met one veteran 12 years ago, and I never served, but, you know, it's like one of those trust things, like, I don't know, we just kind of hit it off.
Yeah.
Met this dude and kind of got ingrained into the veteran culture a little bit, community, and got to make a lot of different films on veterans. But Not a War Story was interesting because it's a movie about a movie. So it's me in Hollywood filming, you know, all these veterans doing the first thing that's never been done before. It's a all veteran produced, written, and then about 90% of the actors are veterans.
Wow.
So it's
pretty dope.
It was cool.
Like
it was cool.
it, yeah.
And then there's the story of independent film.
Yeah.
We were talking about Hollywood earlier. You know, like
Indeed.
Hollywood as like a thing.
Hollywood.
Like from like the outset, you're like, oh, this is all glossy and nice, and like everyone's happy and pretty, and it's like
grimy. Yeah.
Totally grimy. Like totally like absolute like.
Yeah.
Like shit is going down, like
it's
weird
world,
stuff.
Baby.
And so I get to follow these guys make this zombie apocalypse dark ass comedy called Range 15. And it had a lot of people, like a lot of stars from the veteran community, like Marcus Luttrell, Lone Survivor, Medal of Honor recipients, all sorts of folks from the veteran community. And then they had people like William Shatner and Danny Trejo and all these cameos for people who wanted to, be like, this is cool. Like veterans are doing this. Yeah. So I got to tell like the story behind it, and it's on Amazon, and we got to screen it at the Motion Pictures, the Academy of Motion Pictures out in LA, and that was wild. It was cool having my family come and have to dress up, and it was just a wild moment.
Just put on something. No.
Yeah, not the bolo.
I love it. So that's one of the films that stood out in the whole thing here. Like in hindsight, on the ones that are standoutish, can you see why? Because it's just we had the best content.
Yeah.
The subject matter was impeccable, and we caught it.
Totally.
We caught the right moments.
Yeah, with Not a War Story, it's like, you're just capturing something that is crazy. Like all these veterans that, have all amazing stories. They're awesome on camera. So you have all that. The story of making a film for the first time. None of these guys have made films. They're not actors. They're not writers. They just wanted to change the narrative. But then you've got, they had, and this is willing. This isn't forced.
They're ready to tell a story.
They've got 20 to 30 amputees, people with, missing an arm, some people missing both legs, covered in fake blood, crawling in the background as zombies.
Wow.
Super dark, right? Like nobody wants to even look like, whoa, like, oh, that's dude.
Wow.
And then you're interviewing these people and they're like, dude, this is the first time I get to own my injury. Like every time I'm interviewed or on camera, it's like I got to tell the saddest story about the worst day of my life.
Yeah.
And now I get to be a zombie, which I love. And so, I don't know, delving into the dark humor.
Very interesting,
How could you not? That's a story, right?
It.
Like,
hey, if that's how it's going down, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So in my dramatic introduction, right?
Yeah.
I said you were an Emmy nominee. A lot of people really care about the Emmys. So what is that? What were you nominated for an Emmy for?
Yeah, it's
Oh, Don.
What's neat is I live in Massachusetts. I make a lot of.
You live in Amesbury, Massachusetts right now,
man.
okay?
Barry.
We had your mayor in this room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolute. I feel privileged. Like that's cool.
Don't feel privileged. We're all just the same people trying to figure out what we're doing here.
Yeah. Right.
I'm sorry. Carry on.
No. That's well put. Yeah. So
Emmy nominee.
Yeah. A lot of the stories I just told have some Massachusetts connection. Mm-hmm. So I was doing something for Life is Good, and it was a local story. It's a short film you can find on YouTube called Danimal's Army. And that ended up being nominated for an Emmy. But it's a great story. It's a dude with he's like 5 or 6. He has speech apraxia, which basically like you have a lot of challenges with speech, and you need a lot of speach therapy in order to correct it. So, as kids do, you kind of get like, there's people making fun of this kid. He also wears a suit to school every day.
Like a 3-piece suit? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, a top hat. Top hat.
Top hat.
He's like
Ballin'. Yeah,
he's
I like it.
He's such a cool character. This. At age 5, 6, right? And he's got older siblings, and one of them's a football player. Mm-hmm. And so the entire the football team decides to wear suits to school to like get his back. So we filmed this kind of mini story of Danny having his 6th grade brother and his friend all just marching to school one day. Everyone's wearing suits. Nobody's like, hey, like yelling at the 5, like you can't yell at a 5 and 6-year-old, like, hey, don't yell at, don't make fun of Danny. But it was just like, I'm just going to show you with action. So it was a powerful piece. And it's neat, that film was 2014, I think. And, I get to follow a lot of these families. I go into their home and, I interview mom and dad, and I hang out with Danny for a while. And, now I get to kind of follow them on social media. Now he's, in high school, and he's doing great. And he got enough speech therapy, and, he progressed. And, it's really great. So, we made a short. And
a lot of these YouTube. Things have a heart-wrenching element. You're connected to them.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if it's like an Irish Catholic upbringing or being kind of into dark humor. No.
I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
I feel like Irish Catholics are like always into dark. The Irish comics, right? The obituaries of the Irish comics.
Comedy.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I've always been attracted to like. Tough stories, and it's, that story, it's awesome. It's like you're just cheering at the end. You're like, yeah, and you hear these like, 10-year-old kids speaking like wisdom way beyond their years about what it means to stand up for somebody.
All right, this is what we're gonna do now. On April 30th, 2022, The House We Live In is dropping at the Somerville Theater in Somerville, Massachusetts. All true, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, now, this is what I want to do here. I'm going to ask you a series of questions about this new film, The House We Live In, April 30, Somerville Theater, that everybody is excited about. And I want you to give me some short answers, because I got a lot here, okay?
Okay.
And this is how it's going to go down. First question is, in short, what's it all about?
So... The house we lived in.
Damn, I'm not gonna do this.
No, I got you. The house we lived in is a 10.5-year journey following my dad, following a traumatic brain injury, focusing on memories. He lost chunks of memories, and it's kind of like, have you seen Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind?
At some point, but I hardly
So
remember
they're trying to like remove
anymore.
memories.
Yes.
This film is trying to gain them back, and you actually see somebody get a memory back on camera. So it's like a weird...
You become a part of this.
Yeah, like it's rad. Like you're seeing this journey of recovering memory. And so, it's a family story. It's a recovery story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question is, where was it filmed? My assumption is at home, for the most part.
Yeah, for sure. So, what started the first kind of days are in an ICU. It's pretty heavy, right? My dad's in a coma, and you see him slowly wake up, and the majority of filming was in New England at our old house. I'm literally with the camera at family events. Tim, why are you bringing the camera again? Like, dude, and I told them
something's gonna happen. If I miss it, I'm not gonna sleep tonight.
Right, exactly. Which started as maybe like just a couple months of filming turned into 10.5 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's releasing on April 30th at the Somerville Theater in Somerville, Massachusetts. What do you do to make people aware of this? Is this a part of something else here?
Yeah, totally. Okay. So the Independent Film Festival of Boston, it's amazing festival.
Yeah.
So
You're in that.
Yep, totally.
Look at you.
We've been
totally,
able to...
bro. Of course I am. Tim O.D., what's good?
It's one of those festivals too. Like when I moved to Boston, that was it, man. Like you know, I remember paying the ticket, going in and seeing some of the most amazing films and being like, wow, if I could ever be in a festival, it'd be this one. And yeah, now this is the 6th film that's you know, got to be
Ain't
in
no
it.
thing anymore for you.
No,
OG,
it's a big.
It should be Tim OG.
It's a big deal, you know. Like it's like one of those things, man. Like film festivals, like you just don't know. There's no guarantee. So yeah, man, we're pumped. And you know, you can't find a better festival. Tons of, you know, celebrities and events, and you know, you're gonna see good stuff.
We don't care about celebrities around here. I'm
Yeah,
just
man.
kidding.
Right.
People really do.
Yeah,
I love
they do.
that.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice people come in all classes.
Totally. You have to say it, right? Yeah. You may see somebody there, right?
So, what time does it premiere actually on that day?
It's 4 p.m. And it's neat because, like, you know, film festivals, for those people don't, like, you know, attend a ton. It's like typically you get the filmmaker there, so I'll be there. My family's there. We're gonna have a Q&A. There's you know, it's just kind of there's energy in the room because it's the first time people are able to see this. It's not going to be available on streaming for a while, right? You go film festivals for a year maybe, and then maybe there's distribution after. But like this is like raw. Like you're seeing raw films that might get on a Netflix or get on a whatever, but in the moment you don't know, right?
You don't know.
You got to go to a film festival, check it
I'm a
out.
little more excited now about the whole thing. So my next question was, where can we see it after? But we can't. You're going to be shopping this thing, all the film festivals. You're moving it around the country. You're really digging deep with this one?
Yeah. So
Cleats in the dirt?
Yeah. So this film too, like, definitely has, you know, a lot of connections regionally. So we'll be screening, you know, at, you know, various nonprofits, events, and that kind of thing. So it's going to be one of those things that's in live kind of only for the next, you know, year. But then eventually you'll be able to find it on Amazon and
I could get a code to watch.
Dude.
Can I get a code?
Yes.
A little private code?
Oh yeah.
For sure. So what makes this documentary, because I'm confident you feel this way, what makes this documentary your best work yet?
Yeah, it's the dream project, right? It's like the film you never wanted to make, like nobody wants this to ever happen.
Right.
But in so many ways, it's like, it's my story. It's my family story. It's my dad's story. It's this opportunity, like this is for us. Like, forget everything else, forget what, you know, typical film structure, all that. Like, how can I do this in the most deep way? So you'll see projection. You know, I love to do this thing where I'll have 3 projectors going at once. So replaying these moments of time, you know, in a unique space. So the film is very kind of wild.
I saw this in a little sneak peek.
Yeah, you're weaving in real moments with, you know, these other kind of like you dive deep, right? Like what's happening underneath Todd, like inside his brain. And so it was an opportunity to be experimental.
Wow. And you're doing all the editing. You're doing everything. Is that true?
No. So in a lot of films that has been true, but you know, we have Pixela films that, you know, what a tough thing. Imagine, you know, Sam Oldmeadow was co-editor, and imagine, you know, he knows me really well. We've been working together for years, you know, and he's employed under Pixela Films, and I'm like, hey Sam, I need you to jump in to my dad's film. Like, that's heavy, man. Like, Sam is an old soul. Like, he's a great dude, but like, that's a lot. And he crushed it. He totally crushed it. And it's a cool thing when there's co-editors, because you're kind of weaving 2 styles.
Of course,
it's rad.
But
so
other people see things and you're like, no, you're missing this. This is really beautiful right here. It needs to be in there.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's great, man. So is there a score? Is there a music score to this film?
Yeah, so Noises at Dusk is Waltham based. You know, they make really wonderful soundtracks for documentary films. So they're kind of woven in, but we had a unique thing where I love Bon Iver. Justin Vernon has this band.
Skinny Love. That's him, right?
That's definitely him. It's just like those those things.
Now the show won't run on YouTube because I sang that song. I'll shut down everything.
Take it down. So I wrote him a letter, and friend of a friend of a friend got it to him, and you know, same type of thing. Got a call, was like, yeah, song's yours. And like in the film world, like typically even an artist likes the film, they'll give you festival rights or something like that. But Bon Iver owns all his own music. He has his own record label, and so the dude, yeah, you know, man, you know, like
he gave you a song to use. Just use this.
in
it's fine.
forever, like in perpetuity.
I don't want
whatever.
anything. It's just use this away.
Yeah. And so yeah, it was really unique, you know, and so yeah, that very like bizarre, because you know, like so like for those of you who don't know, music, like one song, right? You know, Michael, like one song, dude, is like 50K.
A wild world, player.
Like, you know, like an independent documentary, like. So yeah, it's cool, man. But yeah, I think the soundtrack's pretty like experimental, and I'm pumped, man. It's a great vibe.
As far as the title to the film, The House We Lived In, are you responsible for choosing that name?
No.
No.
So.
Yes.
Do you creatively? You can't control everything, right?
No, and that's the beauty in life. Let it go, because you don't know everything. We're always learning. It's so wonderful to see other perspectives.
Right. And
what's
so,
the point of a debate or any kind of confrontation if we're not willing to learn something, or at least leave with some critical thinking happening?
Yeah. We were talking about painting earlier. Like you're painting, like it's beautiful, and you're reacting to like all these things you're doing, right? So you can't predict. You know,
no one knows I'm painting. Now they know.
Well,
you blew my spot.
Yeah. I'm just hyping you, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Sell those paintings.
Thank you. Yeah.
I want to buy it.
You got it.
But yeah, it's like a reaction, right? You're like, and you know, constructing music, all that. Like you need your village. So yeah, I'm lucky that I had a close collaborator, Mary Kerr, say that title to me, and I was like, yep, that's it.
You hit it. Mary Kerr?
Yeah.
Do we love Mary Kerr?
We love Mary Kerr.
We do.
She's an amazing editor.
We love Mary Kerr. Yeah.
I'm a very amazing producer, a lucky, you know, one of those people that like I probably shouldn't be getting feedback from. Like she's way up here, you know. So yeah.
What's the long-term plan? We're gonna keep making documentaries forever? Do we have some other visions in sight, as you are this creative mind, this ever-developing ball of beauty of a human? What is it? What's the plan?
Yeah, man.
What do you see it as now? I know that.
Yeah.
We're just changing. Who knows?
Yeah, no, I think like, yeah, I mean, it's always storytelling, right? Like there's no, like.
Are you going to write a book?
No. I'm dyslexic. I have a severe.
Does that mean you can't write a book?
Challenges with, writing is tough.
Can somebody decipher that stuff after you write it?
Yeah. I guess I could like just
speak it. Yeah, speak it. I'm sure there's some program that just turns it into words. There is.
Yeah, no.
It's storytelling through film.
It's like, yeah, it's one of those things that like once you find it, I need to do it. I need to do it. I want to do it. It's like fun. You know, the format might change. You know, like episodic. You know, there's obviously a lot of interesting things with 360 and VR.
Yeah.
So like you can't be like, oh, I'm just gonna stay in this traditional media, which is cool if I do. Like that's fine. But I don't know, man. We'll see.
I have a question for you, and I hate to bring this up if it hits a sour spot, but is there a part of you, maybe you've done this, which is incredible, but do you wish in some way that you filmed your own story from when you were taking the college diploma, getting the job in the art place, that day-to-day life, meeting the girl, leaving that, moving to the city? Or have you done this?
Yeah.
Did you not start early enough, you feel?
It's interesting. Like, I think, because
you're going to take over the world, and just watching it when you're up there is so beautiful.
I feel like the films are little collections of my different stages in life or something. So, like, it's all there. Like, you watch these films, and I'm not in it, like, physically, but I can feel it's just like a yearbook, you know what I mean? Like you open up an old film and it's like, I remember that. And you know, it's funny you bring up like, you know, Allison, like She's been my wife. She's been a part of every single film. She's given me the most critical, perfect feedback of every single film. And like, so
terrible.
Like, yeah. So like every film, we're kind of.
We love Allison too, very much, right?
Yeah, man. Like it's
Allison, so nice.
It's unique, you know, that you can create stuff together, and you know, it's just
and create humans together. You've
totally,
done this
we did,
with her.
Yeah, I did that twice.
They weren't there, and now they are, and they're in your house.
Crazy.
It's so beautiful.
There needs to be books about it.
Yeah.
Are there books about having kids? Because like
they might have touched on this.
Like.
Perhaps.
Nothing can prepare.
I'm not sure.
Nothing, but it's awesome. Yeah,
man. Would you say you're happy? Are you happy?
Yeah. I'm very happy. But happy means that balance, right?
Yeah.
You know, we've already talked about.
So right now you feel good at this point in life.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm lucky, dude. I'm hanging out here.
Have you worked hard to be so lucky?
So you say hard work, right? So I don't know, but like
curious to know your angle on this question.
I wrestled in high school and college, and then I coached. And wrestling is such a cool sport because
arm bars, leg locks.
Yeah, man, right.
Even figure fours make their way into the the wrestling thing there. It's not just in the WWF, yeah.
Totally. So like wrestling's a cool like foundation of life because
Lady Maker.
Yeah, exactly. You always hear parents yelling half. That's the half. Yeah. So wrestling's fun because it's
different
like
time. Yeah.
It's like I felt like I could only get so good at basketball, and I hate comparing to other sports, but like wrestling is a great sport.
You're a realist.
All body types, all
weight classes. What were you wrestling at? 125s. What was your thing?
So I was 103 freshman year in high school.
Wrestling against John Conejo, owner of Spigot River Brewery.
Yeah. I know him. Yeah,
there you go.
So
Ryan Bernier. Yep.
Yeah. So like, you can just like focus on your work ethic, and maybe you're not going to be a state champ, but you can see progress. You can totally see like the work ethic turning into something. And, like Dan Gable, who's like the Michael Jordan of wrestling, says, hard work can solve everything. And, I've got that on my, desk or whatever. And, it's filmmaking feels the same way.
Accurate. Yeah.
I don't think I'm the most talented. I don't think I'm the best cinematographer, blah, 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 whatever. But, like, if I just stay in it long enough and I just keep working, it's going to turn out. It's going to work out, man. So, yeah, it's all work ethic, baby. But I don't.
You love yourself, baby? You love yourself?
Yeah.
You take care of yourself?
Yeah.
How? You eating good food? You doing some push-ups?
Yeah.
Running?
Yeah. And
all
having
these
fun.
things?
Having fun is
having fun, keeping yourself alive and excited and exuberant. Huge. That's huge.
Yeah.
But are you exercising?
Yeah.
Tim?
Oh yeah.
What are you doing?
I do like the short workouts nowadays.
What is that?
I love the 20-minute. You know what I mean?
20-minute
at home, body weight, bands.
Oh yeah. Milhoy, yeah.
Get out, walk around. I just try to keep it simple. What are you doing?
What kind of music do you? I'm body weight for sure.
Yeah.
All the time. Love that. I do have some of these bands, and I run like that's it. Just running. It's so beautiful. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Always. And I'm a clean eater. This is the temple space here. Right. I like life. I want to be around for a long time. Mm-hmm. That's it. And I feel like I take care of myself. Healthy mind is such a good part of it. Wake up feeling like I am like a blossoming flower, baby.
Yes.
What kind of music are you listening to?
I was just listening to Bahamas on the way over.
What's that? What's the genre there for everyone that doesn't know? Which is most people, I think.
Yeah, that's like all indie Americana rock, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I listen to everything. I listen to Radiohead and Modest Mouse and Alt J and
Alt J. People love that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place. I like mixing it up. What's the latest for you? What do you?
I like how you keep doing this new thing here towards the end of asking me the question I ask you.
I'm just curious because
I've never been like a genre person.
Yeah.
I like good music, and to me that comes in almost every category. That's it. I listen to everything. What did I put on today? I just listened to Roots Underground. It's a reggae band. And prior to that, yesterday, I spent the day listening to Josh Ritter, who's
Right.
a singer-songwriter, incredible. One of
You
my
can
most
kind of
favorite.
tell when like people give a shit or like
Yeah.
there's intent or
That's
so
it.
genre genre can
Genre's
go out
not
the
really,
window. Right.
it's not really my jam. There's some things that I have a hard time with
Sure.
as far as
Getting
the
into-
genre, getting into it, but for the most part,
Isn't
that's
it
not how it works.
isn't it refreshing though when there's a genre you're having a hard time getting into and you find and you're like,
I
oh,
try.
this actually
I
is.
put some like so many people love this.
Oh, this
There's
is
something there.
Yeah.
Screamo. Can't do
Yeah.
it. How do I do it?
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's something you're like, oh, I guess this is that thing, but I wasn't looking at it that way.
Yeah,
You know,
and I guess I don't have to like everything.
totally
Yeah. It's
Right.
not. It's not a dislike. I guess it's more of a not into.
passive.
Two things I'd like to share with you, Tim. You have a
Yeah.
middle name?
Steven.
Timothy Steven.
And I told everyone it was spelled with a V my entire life, but it's actually with a PH. I don't know. I don't know why you need to know that, but I like little small letters.
You like that?
Yeah.
It makes you feel a little closer to the
Yeah.
band Fish.
Yeah.
We'll be a little hipper with this. I got that PH in me, baby. Where's the Tweezer reprise? Everybody's at Madison Square Garden dancing like hippies. So there's two reasons why you're here in this room today.
Yeah.
Ultimately, however it came to be, two reasons. All right? And I'm going to tell you what those reasons are.
Okay.
The first reason is that, and this is very clear in everything that you've said today, is that you had a passion, something that you were into. I'm into this, right? This makes me feel good. I enjoy doing this with my time. I can be dedicated to this. And it was something that, as you told me, I don't know if it happened on the show here, but when you were going to make this transition or made people aware of it, there were naysayers. People like, nah, dude, no, it's not really the good look. You got a whole great scene going on. It's got security and benefits and everything you need.
Totally.
Oh, God, do that. And you saw this passion, and then you just took steps to make it real. You could have just done what you were doing, but instead of staying straight, you took that hard left and followed your passion and made it a reality. To a point of where it not only is fulfilling for you, it provides for you, your family. That is beautiful. It's an inspiration for other people. People look to people that have a dream, follow it, make it a reality. It's unreal. As much as you're like, yeah, well, that's just what I did. I'm nothing. It's inspiring. So that's the first reason. Okay,
and I'll take it. I'll take the compliment.
Take
so thank
it.
you.
That's the
right?
compliment
like,
for you. It's a beautiful
we gotta
thing.
learn to take compliments,
Compliments need to be given. It's all right.
I'm not that pretty.
Okay. Yeah. You're very pretty, Tim.
Thank you. Yeah, I was fishing for that
Timothy
one.
Steven, PH Steven. Don't get it twisted, y'all. And the second reason is throughout this process that you've gone through, which is life, and we endure a lot in our day-to-day and over the years, the decades now, you have to make a decision, whether it's conscious or subconscious, how you represent yourself to other people, how you behave around other human beings, amongst the others out there that also, as much as we pretend, have no idea what we're doing here, right? We're just trying to have a good day and feel right. And as you interact with these people, you're a nice guy. You don't have to be. So the second reason that I'm so happy that you're here is because throughout this process, you've continued to be a good person, kind to others, and with a positive outcome on your mind. That's it.
I'll take that.
Take it.
I'll take it.
It's
And-
real, though.
and-
You have to. You should take it. It's not being boastful or conceited. It's just being realistic. You put in the effort, reap the benefits, buddy.
Yeah. And just like, like then you find yourself around a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is awesome. Like people can live like this. Like you can get,
We're all just hanging out over here having the best day.
Like,
what's good?
why not? Why not?
Oh, man. Well, it's been a pleasure thus far. So where we're arriving at this point in the show is fast, fun, or not so smart. It's a game. Do you like games?
I do. Yeah.
You're into
absolutely.
games.
Yep.
All right, it's going to be a game. It's going to be a quick game.
Sweet.
It's going to be a fast game.
I love it.
Fast, fun, and not so smart. It's fast because it's fast. I make it feel fast. Everybody that watches the show is like, he has to say this part again. It's fun because what else? What's going to be fun? It's not so smart because don't think about anything here. Just answer the question.
Just react, baby.
Quick, real quick. This is Fast, Fun, and Not So Smart with Timothy Stephen O'Donnell, the owner of Pixela Films and Pixela Pictura.
I know there's some, like maybe another guy involved too, isn't there?
There is.
Yeah. What's his name? Does he get any love today? He's going to be like, dude, you didn't even say my name.
John Mercer.
John Mercer.
I love John Mercer.
You do. I was going to ask that, but I was like, oh, maybe he doesn't love John.
Oh, I love John.
You love John.
Yeah.
John Mercer. What a human you are. Look at that human on you.
Here we go. Fast, Fun, and Not So Smart. Tim O'Donnell, favorite restaurant in Amesbury, Massachusetts, where you live?
Blue Moon.
Blue Moon. I never even heard of it. Kale salad or steak sub?
I'll go kale salad. Let's go kale salad. Yeah.
I know you love wrestling, but is it basketball or is it football?
Neither.
Neither.
Yeah.
Seinfeld or Friends?
Seinfeld.
Yeah. Thankfully. Guy last week. Oh, no. Next question. I'm going to clap with this one. Are you happy to be here right now?
I'm happy to be here, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
That wasn't such a good game, but I enjoyed the process. Is there anything I missed today?
No.
What should we really have talked about that I didn't do?
No, I mean it's just like it's interesting that you're always in a circle of different creatives, different businesses.
So lovely.
And you get
what a beautiful thing.
You get to like break down these little chunks, right, of their life and talk them through. And for my end, like I'm lucky I've been able to, be on different podcasts and get interviewed or whatever. And like a lot of times it's kind of like you're fighting to like try to say the thing or whatever, or like you're like but it's
too much comedy.
It's wild that like I don't know how long we've been here, but like you kind of hit all the points. Like I feel like I don't know, man. It's just awesome. It's just awesome to be here, talk film, hang. And shit, man, I just appreciate it.
I like you, not because of what you just said. I already liked you, you know this, but I appreciate your ability. I'm always talking about compliments, but to say nice things.
No,
it's beautiful. More people should say nice things.
But Michael, like you don't like. It's hard. Like people don't want to take a conversation and kind of lead, right? Like or if it's a lead, it's about them, right? Like most people want to talk about themselves and they want to lead.
And hearing you, like you're talking about the stories and your documentaries and making the stories. I love hearing the story.
Yeah,
I'm into it. When you tell me your story, I care.
No, man, it's
genuinely
in wrestling. You can't arm drag an arm dragger. So
whatever that means.
That means
go for the takedown. I don't know.
I recognize
full mount,
an amazing storyteller, and I appreciate that I'm in the company of you.
Thank you.
And no, man, it's just it's cool that we're neighbors.
Thank you. I appreciate all of your kind words. I really mean that. What about the social media situations?
Sure. Yeah.
Where do you want them to go?
Yeah, Pixela on Instagram.
Just Pixela?
Yep, Pixela on Instagram.
Pixela.
Totally.
At Pixela.
Yep.
On Instagram.
Yep. And
that's the jam. Do this. Yep.
Find us there. Updates, the whole thing.
I think that's it.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah.
I had a good time. Thank you.
Let's make a film together.
Yeah.
What should we make?
I don't know.
What are we gonna make?
Are we gonna make a promise in front of all these people that we're gonna make a film together?
The creative process.
I'm in. Let's go. It can be anything. I'm open. Limited time, but very ready.
I think us verbalizing this is a contract. If we don't finish a film within the next couple years,
a contract?
Yeah. We said it.
I like that because your style is years. We can do this.
Oh, it's always years. Nah, man. I appreciate it. I feel like my life is more enjoyable right now.
Thank you. Big love and thanks.
Yeah, bro.
Tim O'Donnell, Pixela Films, Pixela Pictura. Get hip with it. It's pixelafilms.com. Definitely get down. I got to give love once again to our sponsors at Enjoy Your Life brand and the Organic Natural Shop. I love you. I say it all the time. Thanks for watching. It's genuine. You see it in my eyes. I'd hang out with you, hug you, and love you. If I see you, you're too good. You're too good. And
That's it. I'm ready to go. I love you. It's over. It's done. Maybe. Love you, Tim. Thanks for being here, buddy.
Thank you.
And see you next time, y'all. My endings are always so perfectly awkward.